Cheapest flight ever? Just call us or click on the description below. Cheap flights airlines, additionally described as no-frills or reduced fares airlines, are airline companies that offer most affordable flights. The low-cost airlines ought to not be perplexed with normal airline companies that providing seasonal discounted fares. Unlike the regular airlines, these airlines consistently offer such reduced prices as well as maintaining their costs reduced. History of cheap flights airline companies. Inexpensive trip airlines were begun in 1971 by an American Airlines called Southwest Airlines. In 1994, 3 million travelers selected to use the cheap flights as well as the 1995 saw over 17.5 million tourists relocate from the regular airline companies to the reduced fare flights airlines in a bid to obtain the most affordable trips. This fad has continued to define the airline company industry. Several mainstream airline companies have actually either shifted to the economical price trips company or have opened up franchises to capture this growing need. Case in point is British Airways that started their cheap flights airline subsidiary called KLM. Nevertheless, buzz was gotten by Ryanair and EasyJet after the previous owning airlines recorded losses from these cheap flight subsidiaries. Today, EasyJet as well as Ryanair are one of the most effective low-rates trips firms running in Europe. With the economic recession and the tough appeal the airline sector, analysts predict that the trend on affordable price flights will certainly continue to grow into the future. They predict that reduced prices flights will certainly likewise take the long-distance courses which are currently predominated by the large. How the cheap flights handle their expenses. The cheap flights airlines are able to have the most inexpensive trips for various factors. These airlines will primarily arrive on airport terminals that are smaller and also have less costly expenses for touchdown and also vehicle parking. They also sell their tickets directly without reliance on third-party representatives and also thus lowering on compensation costs. The airplanes likewise minimize no meals means that much less cleaning costs as well as food storage space prices. Given that they normally have the cheapest trips, the trips are mostly complete and they decrease on their loading and unloading time at airports. These airplanes have one traveling class to ease on administration expenses and the companies make use of brand new planes to lower on upkeep prices. Exactly how to obtain the least expensive trips for your travel. Despite having the cheap flights airline companies, you can manage your traveling to time the most affordable offers as well as a result decrease better on your traveling expenses. Reserving way in development. A minimum of 2 weeks before your traveling will certainly most of the times minimize on your fare costs. Airlines will normally since there are no intermediaries with these airline companies. All you need to do is most likely to the airline company's website and book for the air ticket as well as pay via bank card. You can likewise publication and pay by calling their telephone call. The most affordable trips are usually on weekdays between Monday and also Thursday. Weekend break fares are generally greater as the need is additionally high. You ought to likewise try as well as reserve the very morning and also late in the night trips as these flights have much less demand as well as therefore lower fares. When scheduling as well as contrasting costs, you must remember the taxes levied on the tickets. Some cheap flights airlines will have the fares suggested inclusive of tax obligations while others leave out taxes. Cheap flights airlines, additionally referred to as no-frills or reduced prices airlines, are airlines that give most affordable flights take a trip costs by offering many of their on-board services such as cargo carrying, dishes and seats reserving. the low-price airline companies must not be puzzled with regular airlines that offering seasonal affordable prices. Affordable trip airline companies were started in 1971 by an American Airlines called Southwest Airlines. 1995 saw over 17.5 million vacationers move from the regular airline companies to the reduced-price flights airline companies in a bid to get the most inexpensive trips. Cheapest flight ever. Just call us or click on the description below.